All right, so we're talking a little bit about hypertrophy training for fat loss. This is something a lot of people don't realize, but there actually is a little bit of a difference when training for hypertrophy in a bulk or training in a cut. A few things you might want to be more mindful of and a few things to consider. So of course, we're starting the session off here. This is an upper body day for people that might be wondering, with a trap biased row here into some Kelso shrugs on this machine here. Now, when you watch me set up here, especially during a cut, there are a few things you're gonna wanna be mindful of, and I'm gonna get into them in this video. But for reference, when we are doing any working set in a cut, it is going to be more fatiguing than in a bulk. Why? Because we have less resources to be able to recover from. So as you can see, I'm warming up here, and everything from your warm-ups to your working sets, to your nutrition, to your sleep, literally everything gets significantly more important during a cut because you have less available resources to work with. So the very first thing you're gonna wanna think about is when, say we're doing a set like this, is working in lower rep ranges. Why? Because when you're in a lower rep range, you are depleting your glycogen stores or your stored glucose that is available to use as energy. You are depleting that less. If I do a set of this for 4 reps with 1 in reserve, that is better than me doing a set of 17 or a set of 27. And the reason is because not only will we recover from that better, less expense on our nervous system, on our respiratory system, all those kind of things, not only are we gonna recover better from that standpoint, we are also not using as much glycogen, which is our stored glucose that we have available. So to give you guys an example, you guys are gonna watch me get into my working set here. And of course, as you know, I like to keep these videos pretty unscripted, pretty raw, just very candid type of videos here, as you guys know. So as you guys see me get into my working set here, this is gonna be a very heavy working set. I only will do 2 working sets here. For people who don't kind of know me and my style, this is kind of a fundamental thing for me, is not doing a whole lot of volume, focusing on quality instead of quantity. So last time I was here, on my last upper day, I did this for 215 for 4. 215 pounds for 4. So making sure my seat is in the same spot. Add the height on 9, the distance here on 4. So the seat is all set up in the right spot. And last time I did 215 for 4. So my goal, based on principles of progressive overload right now, is to do 215 again, this time doing it for 5 or 6 reps. So that's gonna be the goal here. And we're gonna do that right now, and you guys will get kind of a gauge on why this is more useful on a cut. So I'm gonna strap in, get nice and tight. All right, and we're gonna pull. Here we go, focus on retracting our shoulder blades, working the mid traps, lower traps, rear delts, all that kind of stuff. Here we go. That was 5. Definitely didn't have more than 1 rep in reserve. Maybe had 0, but maybe 1. Had a gun on my head, maybe I had 1. And that's gonna be easier to recover from. Another thing to think about when training for hypertrophy in a cut is doing less total numbers of sets. This is something a lot of people don't realize, like, oh, should I be working harder, doing more sets in a cut? No, you wanna be doing less total volume. The reason is, once again, you're gonna have less recoverable resources. You're not getting as much protein, as much carbs, as much fats, period. Your body is not functioning as well as it is in a bulk or a slight surplus of energy. So all the things you might be able to get away with to cheat on a bulk, you won't be able to do in a cut. And the heavier the cut, the more important it is that you follow these things. So I get people that ask me all the time, like, hey Matt, should I be cutting at 15, doing an aggressive cut? And the answer is no, not even because physiologically eating in a 1,200 calorie deficit at 15 is not smart. Not only that, the second thing is that at 15, you will not have the skill to be able to execute a cut like that perfectly. So the heavier your deficit, the more accurate you actually have to be with your nutrition, with your intake. You have to be a lot more accurate with things. So, you know, everything really does matter. We're gonna warm up here with 2 plates and, okay. And last time for my working weight, I believe I did almost 4 plates on here. So that was the working weight last time. So we just did 2, that moved like butter, that moved really nicely. 3 plates and 25 last time for 5. So we're gonna chip away and add some more weight and get into our working set here. So let's throw this on here. We'll do 3 plates and a 25. We'll probably go more. What am I saying? I think we got more than that. There's 3, And we're gonna grab another 45 here. Gonna throw this on. 3 plates. We'll do 1 rep with this just to get acclimated one last time. And we'll do our work set. So 3 plates, here we go. Should move really nice. Upper chest press here, scooting a little forward. Okay. Okay, all right. That was a little harder. So 3 plates, and now we'll do, realistically, I think we got 4, but let's not be stupid. 3 plates, 25, and we'll add a 25, and we'll probably add a 10. Gonna strap up my wrist straps here in a second. A lot of people talk about, you know, doing a lot of warm-up sets and stuff, and honestly, I'm in that sort of school of thought where I'm like, I do enough, I do what's needed to feel comfortable, to feel acclimated, and that's pretty much it. After that, I am officially done warming up. I don't need to sit here and warm up all day because it's not necessary for me. So let's do our working set. So strapped in, keep our wrists nice and stable. Remember guys, if you would like to talk, of course, about coaching, you could fill out my form in the bio, or I just added a new option now to book a call with me for 60 bucks. You get a half-an-hour call with me, and we can talk about all of your problems, your concerns, things you're looking to achieve, and we'll get you on a solution, I promise. So here we go. We're in position, incline press here on this slightly janky front delt machine that will work. Okay, here we go. Here we go, all right, here we go. That was nice. We added 5 pounds from last time, so I'll take it. You want to try it here? Yeah. And some of the more important things to think about before I send you guys away is everything is more consequential when you're in a cut. So something people aren't realizing is, like, if you do a bad set, if you have a bad night of sleep, if you're not even putting your carbs before your lifts, if you're putting your carbs at the wrong time throughout the day, like, you know, you're not really loading yourself with carbs before your lifts, you're putting them at night or when they're not more useful. Every little detail compounds on a cut. It becomes a lot more important to make sure we have these variables in play. So, you know, in terms of your priority, in terms of your importance, keeping everything as the front and center during your life really on your cut is super important, because people will bulk and whatever else, and they'll say, oh yeah, I'm bulking, you know, it's the winter arc, I gotta, you know, put all my grind in here during the winter. But that's not really where the importance of the grinding comes, because we want to limit muscle loss. We want to make sure we're still growing even in a cut as well. So the amount of importance you're placing on these things has to remain the same. And again, variables like putting carbs before your workout, making sure you're properly hydrated, keep your electrolytes going, upping your caffeine intake, stimulant intake, anything to increase motor unit recruitment before your lifts is going to be important. This stuff is going to add up over time. So those are just a few things to think about. You know, using too much weight on an exercise and going, oh man, I just hit a 1 rep max for no reason, now I have to lower the weight. So being accurate with your rep predictions, being accurate with all these things is just super, super important. So we got to set here some flat press to finish off here. Gonna do 2 plates, 25 and a 5 on the Nautilus leverage here. Really, really good machine. So gonna finish off here with this, and we'll see how we do. Last time I got this for 5, I believe 1 rep in the tank. So we'll see how we perform right now. So gonna dial in here. And here we go. Okay. Oh, that was probably 6 with 0 in the tank, so I don't know if that was progressive overload per se, not really, but it was still pretty solid, so I'll take it on a cut.